Welcome to Talking Pop Culture. And in this video, we're going to talk about Disney possibly purchasing DC and DC Marvel being under the same house. But before we do, if you haven't done so, hit the subscribe button. If you enjoyed the video, give it the thumbs up. So just a brief rundown of what's happened in the past week. Warner Media have separated from AT&T. We all know that was going to happen. Have now merged with Discovery. And, you know, they're going to obviously make a new streaming service, Discovery Max. I don't know what they're going to call it because obviously Discovery has Discovery Plus, Warner Media has HBO Max. They're going to merge the two streaming together so they can have a bigger library, right? That's what's been going on because that's where the war's at right now. It's streaming services versus streaming services, Netflix versus Disney versus HBO Max. That's where it's at. Okay, no one goes to video stores anymore. They don't exist, and the cinemas are pretty much dying. I think movies are just going to get released as streaming services in the next 5 years. But that's what I think. Now, there also are rumors and talks that this merger is just to sell off DC. That's the rumors that in 2 to 4 years' time, DC could get sold and Disney could acquire that purchase. Could you imagine if that happens? Now, I know the fanboys and fangirls do not want that to happen. That, you know, fanboys, fangirls, the people that love Marvel, hate DC, love DC, hate Marvel, hate those people. They're going to hate on that. To be honest, 5 years ago, I probably would have hated on the move as well, and I wouldn't read DC. But if you read, like, personally, I'm hating the DC comics right now. I may be enjoying one or two lines. You can check out all my reviews at Talking Pop Culture on Instagram. And the films, well, don't need to say much about the films. They're just in turmoil right now. Absolute turmoil. They should have restored the Snyderverse. They're not going to do it. Now, could you imagine if Disney purchases DC, right? I understand people, then they're all going to be light-toned and funny, and that's not DC. Well, no, that's not Batman, okay? Superman is light-toned, The Flash is light-toned, Wonder Woman's light-toned. Marvel will absolutely bring justice to those characters on the big screen. Marvel will do Kevin Feige will do an amazing job of bringing justice to those characters. Yes, Batman's darker tone, but you know what? Disney is starting to go down that route. They're going to do an R-rated Deadpool. You know what I mean? They're going to go down that route. They'll just, do it. And I would love to see them do it. Could you imagine finally getting what we get with the MCU with DC? Properly done. Isn't that what we all want? Isn't that what we all freaking need? Could you imagine? They're both bringing in the multiverses into the films. Could you imagine that they could travel from multiverses? We can have team-ups with Spider-Man and Superman. We can have team-ups of Batman and Iron Man, the Battle of the Billionaires. We can have team-ups of Captain America and Wonder Woman. That would be awesome to see. And the one that I would love to see the most anticipated team-up ever, Deathstroke and Deadpool. Wade Wilson versus Slade Wilson. Could you imagine that? That is why, and I pray, and I hope that in 4 years, 5 years, however long it takes, that Disney purchase DC. And I know Disney deep down want to purchase DC because they know that done right, the money will come in. They know it. The problem with Warner Brothers is they can't do DC movies right. They can't do it. They can't do it. They try to bring in politics. They try to be controversial. They try to bring in all this bullshit. Okay? Their suits, they used to get involved with the directors, don't let them do their jobs. You know what I mean? That's the problem with DC. Yes, their shows are great. Their animations are great. You know why? Because the suits don't get involved in that. They see that as just change, loose change. You know what I mean? The movies is where it's at. And they get their hands put into that and they stuff it up. Where we know Marvel won't do that. Marvel will let the directors direct. The Marvel will believe in the vision of their creators. So you let me know. Do you really want Marvel and DC to join up? I know I want. And comics, especially in the comics, man. Team-ups in the comics, not just the films, the comics. The films would be awesome because we've never had it. We've had comic team-ups, but man, I would love, and I just know writers like Donny Cates, will do great. Nick Spencer, I know he'll do great. The writers at Marvel are a bit better right now than the DC writers. And having like Donny Cates, man. Donny Cates is the one I'd love to see write Spider-Man, Superman, and I'd actually love to see him write Spider-Man at Marvel as well. But I'd love to see him write Superman, and I'd love to see him write Batman. And I really believe he can do a great job on The Flash. That's my thoughts. That's what I hope happens. What are your thoughts? Do you want that to happen? Do you want the merger? If so, what team-ups with DC and Marvel would you love to see? Okay, and I'm not talking like Avengers and Justice League. That's too big. Duos. Okay, give me duos. Trios if you want. An awesome team-up. What would your first film or first comic team-up would you love to see if this happens, the merger? Let me know in the comments section below. Like I said, if you haven't done so, hit the subscribe button. If you enjoyed the video, give it the thumbs up. Tomorrow, we'll be having me and Mark's top 10 superhero films of all time. And I know y'all probably hated the one that I released yesterday, me saying Thor Ragnarok was the worst Marvel film. I apologize, but it's just my opinion. The Eternals trailers came out. I didn't do a reaction to it only because I have no idea about the Eternals and I wouldn't even know what to say. Thank you for watching, guys. Please hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed the video. Give it the thumbs up. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Please take care, not only of yourself, but the others. Peace.